By order of His Royal Highness, King Anduin Rin, all able-bodied citizens of the Alliance are to report to Gek Nozzle Rocket at Light's Hope Chapel in the Eastern Plaguelands. Your help is needed to survey the damage done by Deathwing and the disposition of Horde forces in the Badlands. Gek has agreed to provide transportation to the Badlands via rocket in exchange for your help. Look for him at Light's Hope Chapel in the Eastern Plaguelands. For the glory and honor of the Alliance.
What's up?
You must be here to help Fusite. Let's get you to the Badlands right away.
Don't be a stranger.
Hey, listen up. I got a job opportunity that you aren't going to want to miss out on. We've been sent up here from Fusilite, a new goblin town way down in the Badlands. Lots of money to be had down there, yes sir. And not nearly so many zombies. Or uptight Argent Paladin types. Nope, it's an untamed wilderness down there and we're looking for someone like you to help us tame it. Whenever you're ready, we'll be waiting.
Have a good one.
Chugga 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 choo choo!
Time is money, friend.
Nice landing.
Have a good one.
This is paradise. I've always wanted to live in a nice quiet town by the sea, so I can focus on my explosions without any distractions. Quiet's not for everybody, though. Especially the adventuring hero type, like yourself. We've installed a teleporter in the backside of town. That'll take you up to the top of the cliffs. From there, you can take the quick ride west into Fuselite proper, within the Badlands. There should be more for you to do up there. Tell him that Flo sent you.
Keep it real. Hey, how you doing?
Welcome to Fuselite.
Be good.
The most immediate threat to Fuselite is, without argument, the colony of ogres to the northwest. Most of our ogre neighbors used to be warrior types, but it seems that more and more of them are practicing magic. I won't have an army of ogre magi at my doorstep. Go take out some of those dust belcher ogres. Hopefully they'll get the picture and avoid messing with the might of Fuselite.
Have a good one.
Welcome, friend.
I just can't get my invention to work. Gah, that's it. I've decided. I'm going to cheat and use magic. What my invention really needs is a solid piston that thin enough to fit through a narrow copper tube, but enough to withstand repeated impact without breaking. The magical rods carried by those ogre magi to the north should work perfectly. From what I can tell, only the instructors carry the strong staves.
Have a good one.
I require a target.
What's up?
I don't like to stoop to using magic on my inventions, but this is somewhat of an emergency.
If you ever need anything.
A perfect fit. My goat puncher is finally finished.
Pleasure doing business with ya.
We have a little bit of a goat problem here in Fuselite, in case you haven't noticed. They'll eat anything, and they seem to have taken a liking to the piles of cogs and gears that we tend to leave sitting around. It's getting really annoying. You'll find most of the billy goats wandering around the edge of town, near the cliff's edge. Use this device on them to give them a little nudge.
Be good.
What's up?
I wonder where all of these ogre magi are coming from. Curious times indeed.
Be good.
On to other matters. Hey, I have a package that I need delivered. A young lady came by our town not long ago for compressed blasting powder, a tempered mithril bomb casing, and some safety goggles. Anonymous. Oh, and naturally we had plenty of blasting powder and bomb casings to sell her, but the safety goggles were a little harder to find. Long story short, I've got the goggles, but she's already returned to her studies down in Leflore Ravine. Will you bring these down to her?
Keep it real.
Well, spit it out!
Well done. I have no doubt that those goats will be back, but they'll think twice before they nibble my cogs again.
Be careful out there!
Ah, you found me. Good. Dah. Thank you, hero. You may keep the goggles, as they have already served their purpose. They brought you to me. I am experimenting with black dragons. Specifically, I am interested in how they procreate. My current experiments require plenty of black dragon eggs, which is why I am here in Leflore Ravine. I'd gather the eggs myself, but I think you'll benefit from helping me out. You will find them along the edges of the ravine. Beware the guardians that circle above. They do not appreciate stolen eggs. I need another favor from you. I need you to obtain the bodies of the black dragon whelplings that fly nearby. Slay them and bring the corpses to me.
I'm out of range!
Have you brought the eggs? Thank you for gathering these so quickly, hero. Have you done as I asked? This grisly task was necessary, hero. All will be revealed to you soon. For now, know this. I am no ordinary goblin. I serve a mistress of unimaginable power, and her motives here are not as dark as they might seem. The Black Dragonflight was once noble. They were the Earth Warders, protecting the very land itself. How ironic that they would become the worst menace the land has known. I believe that there remains a sliver of hope, however, and so does my mistress. The Black Dragonflight will live beyond Deathwing's treachery, and will soar as the noble Earth Warders once again. I wish to show you something. Close your eyes, and I will reveal to you the final part of my studies. We will find a shred of good within these dragons, hero. Whether it in the wild eggs the bodies of the whelplings or the eggs that we have. Nixondra, Tulay, we will find an untainted black dragon. Nixondra is being held against her will. She is hidden from her brood, right in the middle of their breeding grounds. She lays eggs, but they will be taken away before she can see them hatch. Cruel, perhaps, but not nearly as cruel as the treatment that their dragonflight showed my mistress. Show me that I can trust you. Take Nixondra's eggs and bring them here. You'll need to beat Nixondra into submission before you can take them. Remember, hero, this is for the good of the Black Dragonflight. We are here to redeem them, not to hurt them. This is but a step in their recovery. You have done everything that I have asked you, without question. Our job here in Lethlo Ravine is done. It is now time that I revealed everything to you. As I hinted earlier, I am no ordinary goblin. You may have already guessed my true identity. Allow me to show you my true form. As you have proven yourself trustworthy, I will also share with you the details of my plan. My true heroine, Restrassa, and I am an envoy of Alexstrasza herself, the aspect of the Red Dragonflight. With Deathwing currently occupied with other matters, we are going to find a way to redeem the Black Dragonflight, and you are going to help us. I made a calculated decision in revealing my identity to you. I needed you to trust me, but I can no longer stay here in Lethlor Ravine, as my cover has quite clearly been blown. You may be able to slip away unnoticed, however. Shimwolhan, here, take the results of our research and bring them west. At Agmon's End, you will find a gnome who knows what to do with these samples. Hurry! You mustn't loiter here any longer than necessary.
Dr. H. Blam, at your service. How can I be of assistance to you today?
Alrighty then.
Ooh, science stuff. Let's see what you've got here. Wild eggs? Let shooting doll. Oh, way. Useless. These are never any good. Ooh, what's this? Some sort of pre-engineered egg? This looks promising, but I don't want to know what Rhea had to do to get it. Yes. Some very nice corpses. Very nice indeed. Alright, I'll see what I can do.
Be seeing you.
I'll need some time to analyze these samples, as well as a break from this trog shooting duty. Go man one of my turrets and take out as many trogs as you can. I'll be here studying. The turrets have two abilities. A regular shot, as well as an electrical overload, for when too many enemies get close. Yeah, good luck. Oh, and look out for the big, slow trogs. You probably don't want to let them anywhere near you.
Off and away. need assistance?
The results are in. I've identified Theros of corruption in all 3 samples you brought me. Ria'll be quite disappointed.
You have a great day now.
I've got an idea, but it's a bit of a long shot. Thankfully, long shots happen to be a specialty of mine. North of here, the Explorers League has uncovered a new set of Titan ruins beneath the sands. If there's anything older and wiser than dragons, it's Titans. Heck, I've heard rumors that the Titans created the dragons. Talk to lead prospector Durden at the camp to the north. Hey, he'll have more information than I do about these Titans. What did I tell you? It's a long shot.
Be seeing you.
What can I do for you?
Titans? You wanna know about Titans? You came to the right place, lad. We're on the brink of something big.
Watch your back.
First things first, I'm not just going to sit here and tell you everything we've discovered down in those ruins. We've got problems to take care of. Most pressing is those upstart reliquary hooligans just on the other side of the tomb. They're making off with all of our loot. Don't they know that digging's dwarf work? Hunt down a few of their excavators, more like bandits if you ask me, and bring some of these precious artifacts back to me. Then we'll talk Titans.
Off with you. Hi.
I can appreciate a good digging as much as any other dwarf. Don't get me wrong. It's just that, well, we do so much digging and so little drinking that sometimes I wonder if I should just hang up me shovel and head back to Iron Forge. But not today. I've got some digging in me yet. Those Dark Iron dwarves at Hammertoe's dig site just north of here make some powerful fine beer right here in the desert. You think you could pick up a few for me?
Safe travels. Here there. Hey, good. Need to target something first. I must get closer. How are ya?
Sigrun licks his lips in anticipation.
See you soon.
Sigrun instantly downs a dusty mug of Shadow Stout.
Wow, this stuff is strong. I knew they had beer, but I never expected them to have Shadow Stout. That's my favorite Shadow beer.
Watch your back.
I've got a little proposition for you, if you're interested. Those Dark Irons were here before Durden and his crew arrived. That means that, once these Titan ruins opened up, the Dark Irons were the first ones in there, looting all the good stuff. I'll bet they've still got those treasures locked up inside Angor Fortress, northwest of here. You've more than proven your ability to wallop a dwarf. Head on into that fortress and wallop your way to Titan treasure. I'd go with, but I'm drunk.
See you soon. What's on your mind?
Your bags look heavy with liberated artifacts, I presume?
Safe travels.
Chalice, worthless vase, counterfeit, hieroglyph, interesting but rather common. What's this? I've never seen Trog craftsmanship of this caliber. You've stumbled upon something rare indeed, hero. All right. Fine, let's talk Titans, shall we?
Off with you. See you soon.
Once those reliquary honks got here, we panicked, and we all just started looting indiscriminately. A lot of bad archaeology happened that day. Luckily, Olga happened upon this small jade statue. We thought it to be a key of some sort, but can't figure out what it opens. Maybe you'll have some better luck with it.
Safe travels.
We very nearly had this statue stolen from us by one of Bloodwatcher's reliquary stooges. We managed to catch him in the act and we've retrieved the statue, but it hasn't really paid off. It appears to be a key of some sort, but I can't find the lock anywhere inside those ruins. You feel like giving it a try?
Watch your back. Great to meet you.
Back so soon?
Off with you.
Now here's some treasure. I was beginning to worry that these weren't Titan ruins at all. I'll show these to Durden. Thanks again, hero.
Safe travels.
The statue slides into place on the cold marble slab.
As you place the statue in its place, several other stone statues appear in the room. One more ruby-colored statue also appears, in a small enclosure on the far end of the room. You hear a voice. The Sentinel watches. The Sentinel protects. The Sentinel's vision never falters. That red statue on the other side of the room looks important. Perhaps you should try to connect the two red statues.
The statue clicks into place on the large stone slab.
You see the statue split into 2, then 4, then 8 identical statues in a square formation. You hear a voice, not through your ears, but in the back of your mind. A true warden does not face outward, searching for signs of danger. A true warden keeps his gaze inward, always focused on protecting his quarry. Perhaps this is a riddle of some sort?
heard a good amount of rumbling happen in the tomb's central chamber. Those two large statues did look awfully suspicious.
As the second defender falls to the ground, a chest appears in the back of the chamber. Could this be what they were protecting? You peer into the chest. Inside the chest, you find a small, circular device resting upon a cushion. If there are any Titan artifacts to be found here in the tomb, this is it. You resolve to bring it back to Dr. Blam.
My, you're a tall one.
Well, has our long shot paid off?
Off and away.
Just one tiny little device? I never did understand those Titans very well. But let's see what this peeper can do.
Alrighty then. Hi, how are you?
Doctor, Blam stares at the egg in awed silence, blinks a few times, then looks up at you.
Did you see that? Incredible! My Titan thing idea worked, with your help, of course. We'll want to get this back to Rhea. She, not at Lethlor Ravine anymore. It sounds like her cover pretty well. When she, into her true form in front of all those whelps. One saying, she's now in the west, staying at an alliance camp called Dragon's Mouth. She'll be waiting for you, and for that egg.
You have a great day now.
That's some precious cargo you carry there, hero. I'll take that egg out of your hands now. We need to get this egg incubated and hidden quickly. There are lots of angry dragons looking for this. It's good to see you again, by the way. In my haste to escape from Lethlor Ravine, I forgot to tie up one loose end. Nixondra, she's free, and she sounded the alarm among the Black Dragon flight. Half the flight is here in the western Badlands. combing for this egg. I'll take care of hiding the egg. You're going to take care of some of the more troublesome dragons, and you'll have help. Talk to Eric over on the other side of camp. He and his brothers will be joining you.
You need something?
I'd say we have a dragon problem, but it seems like they're a little more interested in New Kargath than they are in our small encampment. Nevertheless, I've got top men focused on keeping the dragons at bay. One problem that has gone unchecked, however, is the ogre camp to our southwest. A small army of combatants seems to have appeared outside of their hovel. We can't sit and wait for them to flank us, soldier. Thin their ranks before they thin ours.
See you later.
You got my attention.
You're the hero we've been waiting for. It's about time you got here. My legs could use a stretch. Come on, boys. Let's go kill us some black dragons.
Watch your back.
Before we get too crazy, what with the dragon killing, let me tell you a little bit about how I fight. The swift is what they need, and here's why. I straight into your enemies, helmet first, mind you, and stun them for a few seconds. I also keep a few potions with me for tight spots. Why don't we practice fighting together? Head out into the field and try out my abilities.
See you soon.
Well met. Have a good one.
We're hard up for supplies, stranger. With the black dragons raining destruction on what would be our hunting grounds, we have no way to get food. The ogres to our southwest, however, have exactly what we need. Within their grotto you should find plenty of meat and crafting supplies. They may put up a fight. Be on your guard.
See you around. Farewell.
The Badlands are home to some unusual people, many of whom have been here for quite a long time. For example, there were 3 gentlemen who were staying here in town. I forget their names. The dwarf was Feldurin, I think. Anyhow, they headed south with a pack full of ale a couple of days ago, and haven't been heard from since. I think they were headed to that big scar. Would you mind checking in on them? I'd like to make sure that they're all right.
Be careful.
What's on your mind?
Before I start dropping arrows on those dragons, I'd better introduce myself. I'm Baylog, the muscle of this group. My sword bites like a crocolisk, and my arrows sing like banshees. I tend to wear down quickly, however, and can't take as much punishment as either of my 2 brothers. You give the word, and I'll send an aimed shot right through your target's heart. I can also cheer my brothers on, sending him into a battle-fueled frenzy. Why don't we go try fighting together?
Safe travels. Here there.
You may not have noticed, but I'm pretty big as far as dwarves go. I make sure that my 2 brothers here don't get into too much trouble. They're small, and they don't have a big shield like me. I'm big, and I can handle a few monsters hitting me. Plus, if I'm careful, I can usually get them to hit my shield instead. I can protect you too. Come on, let's go practice for a bit. I'll make sure the enemies attack me, and not you.
Be good. Require a target. What can I do for ya?
I'm not what you'd call very strong or battle-hardened, but I get the job done my own way. Looking forward to fighting with you. I never fought with a fancy-looking hero before.
Off with you. Talk to me.
See? No need to worry when Olaf is around. Just let me know, and I'll protect you from the monsters.
Watch your back.
What's on your mind?
They sent you to check up on us. PSHH. I've been around this desert longer than any of those chumps. We're just soaking in some of the scenery and telling stories about old times. You like telling stories?
Watch your back.
Deathwing made quite a mess when he passed through these parts. If it weren't for me, he'd probably still be here, laying waste to all the good people of the Badlands. What? You don't believe me? Fine, let me tell you the whole story.
See you soon.
Too far away! Must get closer.
Hi?
Some story, huh? Now you know why Deathwing hasn't come back here since.
Off with you.
Greetings!
Not only was Deldurin's story wrong, it was boring, unimaginative, and slow. I'll tell you how things really happened on that day.
Right.
Interesting.
The end. No moral.
Off and away.
Loktar.
These two have no idea how to tell a story. Theldurin's story was too short, and Lucian's tale was a little too tall, if you catch my drift. Also, neither of their stories had action and fans admiring my awesomeness in them. Sit back, hero. I'll tell you what really happened that day.
For the Horde.
Our enemies will fall. Farewell.
Magraw.
I can't believe those guys would interrupt me like that. My story was going so well, too. Anyhow, thanks for sticking around so long. It's nice to have someone new to share tall tales with. I'm sure Lucian and Theldurin feel the same way. You have any you'd like to share with us?
Strength.
Well met.
I think you're ready, hero. You're getting the hang of this.
Be good.
Hello. It looks like you four have had time to become well acquainted. I have my first assignment for you. Kalaran, an ancient black dragon of considerable power, has joined in the hunt for the egg we are protecting. We need to stop him before he gets too close. You will find him and his minions at the Dust Bowl, northeast of Dragon's Mouth. Hunt him down and defeat him. You will likely need the help of your new Dwarven allies.
Keep your feet on the ground.
Ugh.
Welcome back.
Safe travels.
I imagine those ogres weren't too much trouble for you. Here, some coin for your troubles.
Be careful.
What can I do for you?
Thank you, hero. However, I'm afraid I don't have much to give you, other than this passionate round of applause. Oh, I do have these. Here, take your pick.
For the Alliance.
I need to target something first. Too far away.
One less dragon to worry about, one step closer to redemption. Onward, my soldiers! The Black Dragon flight means business. It appears that they've taken over a large portion of New Kargath, the large horde settlement northwest of Dragon's Mouth. Their troops are under the command of General Jiraka and his champion, Moldar. They must be stopped. We dragons do not take part in the squabbles between Horde and Alliance, but I do understand the risk you take in entering New Kargath. Please, heroes, be careful.
Didn't I have a target?
2 more dangerous black dragons have been removed from this egg hunt. Your greatest task, however, still awaits. My greatest regret is the treatment that I gave to Nixandra. I forced her to lay eggs, then I performed experiments on them over and over and over again. Even as a mother myself, I can only imagine her sorrow. No, I mustn't be weak. Our work is, after all, for the benefit of future generations of black dragons. Her sacrifice was necessary. She circles the ruins of Kargath, northwest of New Kargath, insane with fury. Please, heroes, put her out of her misery.
Acquire a target. I need to target something first. I am out of range.
Just think, Nixandra may end up being the mother of the new black dragonflight. In death, she has given a gift to the future generations of Azeroth. With the major black dragons out of the Badlands, it is now safe to move the egg again. You will find me on a small plateau, north of New Kargath. Come and find me. The egg must always be moving. We are not safe anywhere. Deathwing, even in his madness, knows all the hidden places in this world. The egg must not rest. Wait here. Now I will retrieve the egg.
The coast is clear. If Rheastrasa or the egg were able to miraculously evade Deathwing's flames, they would probably need your assistance as soon as possible. Heroes, if you are reading this, then my suspicions were correct. Deathwing has found us. The egg is destroyed, as this was, actually, the plan from the beginning. You see, the egg that Deathwing destroyed was not the egg he sought. IT was mine.
Can I help you?
You were not the only mortal that Rheastrasa confided in. I too earned the dragon's trust. I have already moved the real purified egg onto a safer location. Away from the Badlands. It will continue to grow, out of Deathwing's sight. The red dragon flight is as benevolent as it is powerful. It was Rheastrasa's final wish that I give this to you.
Off and away!